There's 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Smith outside. Pulls from the top of the key. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for the team that gives up a shot like that to close out a quarter.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Yeah, they have been fantastic offensively, really coming out strong, and they've lit it up.
Yeah, they have. I mean, very much in control and shooting the ball extremely well.
Paul George is out there with Mahinmi. Then it's Donald Sloan. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Watson in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Prince kicks to Smith. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on George. With the bars in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. Fifth on the list, the Pistons.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be scoring well at the same time. This club is really putting up big numbers.
That one misses. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against Sacramento.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle.
There's the dish to Sloan. Back to George. Indiana moving it around. From 8, that one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Roy Hibbert. Hibbert's gone 3 for 3 from the floor.
Roy Hibbert, the big dog, number 55 for the Pacers, is 7'2", and is a little too big for king-size beds. Every time the Pacers go on the road, he has to take along a special inflatable mattress that he likes to sleep on. It's one of the downsides of living large.
And it's Smith missing. George with the ball. In Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Sloan dishes to Watson. Passes it to George. Hibbert with a screen on Smith. And George kicks to Watson. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Detroit leading by 12. Caldwell Pope, and that one's on target from the wing. Caldwell Pope's got his first basket of the night.
Kevin, here we can get a good look at Indiana and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. 5th in fewest turnovers per game. 7th in opponent field goal percentage. And they kept the lid on opposing teams' overall offense as well. They're in the top an opponent scoring.
To me, offense is all about getting good shots, and you can't get good shots unless you're taking care of the ball. Like you talked about those nice turnover numbers.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Pistons.
Well, Coach Vogel.
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing to cheer about. Let's talk about how to keep it going. We're in a great spot, and it's because of the defense we've played. Keep up that intensity. And
well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a 1. Here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. On the court for the Pistons, Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jody Meeks out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Meeks passes to Drummond. And there's the feed to Meeks. Dishes it to Jackson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Something needs to change for them here. I mean, starting to have 0 for 5, that's not going to get it done.
Smith checked in for Detroit. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup. Andre Drummond, arguably the league's greatest combination of size and athleticism since Dwight Howard. Maybe a shade less of a leaper, but when you look at Drummond's quickness, absolutely incredible. He's 6'11", 270 pounds, and he really does move like a guard.
Hibbert with a screen for George. The pass to Hibbert. George against Drummond. Shoots from the baseline. George, no good. And Andre Drummond, guys, dominant from his rookie season. It's hard to fathom how he slipped to 9th in the 2012 draft.
Well, I think people just hadn't seen enough of him, Kevin. He was very inconsistent during his one season at UConn. And obviously the shooting is very suspect, and people question his work ethic and, you know, did he love the game? But in retrospect, I mean, yeah, the Pistons got one of the best players in the draft that year.
And the wide open shot from Stuckey. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Smith dishes to Drummond. Here's Meeks, averaging 8 points a game, and it's Drummond missing. Monroe's shot is good.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Hill kicks to Hibbert. Stuckey right side. And George now top of the key. George double teamed. Stuckey drives inside. No good. And the Pistons now going the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Meeks, good.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Pacers trail by 21. Hill drives in. Tries to snap the cold streak, and it's Meeks with the rebound. Meeks got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
And it's Smith missing. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Not his quarter scoring-wise. He's just 1 for 7 from the field.
Smith against Hill. Smith the pass to Prince. Puts it up from 12. And there's another one for the Pistons.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. Terrific play right there. Great pick it up out there.
I could use some help.
Mahimi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in. Also making some changes. Sean Williams checks in for Caldwell Pope, and Smith subbed in for Jackson. We've got Watson, Scola out there with Mahimi. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. That's the Pacers' 5. And that one's good. And it's 9 points for Smith.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. An impressive win for the Pistons.
Mark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And now, this will take them to 28 wins.
With the win tonight, they go up 2-1 in what has become a really intense season series, giving them a slight edge with one game still left to play this year against the Pacers.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. Williams gets the bucket.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Pass to Stuckey. It's back to Hill. Stuckey dishes to Hill. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
That free throw good from Tolliver. The Pacers making a change here. Sloan's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Scola, a screen on Smith. And Sloan kicks to Mahimi. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
Smith with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. 5 on the clock. Releases. Smith's shot is good.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They...
Come on. Who died? You look a little nervous.
Well, I heard it's never a good thing to be called into the GM's office, especially the day your 10-day contract is up. So if you're going to release me, I would just appreciate it if you did it quickly.
I'm going to be brutally honest, kid. You haven't done enough to secure a regular roster spot.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, wait. You have done enough to secure another 10-day contract, though.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm going to give you another shot to prove you belong in this league permanently, huh?
Hey, you won't regret it either. I'm going to make it awfully hard for you to let me go.
I hope so. Look, the contract's on my secretary's desk. You go sign that on your way out. Get out of here.
All right, thank you.
All right. Where's my lunch?